Good morning, everybody. Although it's good morning here, I'm doing the webinar from Holland, the Netherlands, and it's 11:31. So time to start with my webinar. I prepared a PowerPoint in combination with MindMap AI to show you a little about my experience with MindMap AI. I am Peter Riele, and I would like to show you the mind map to take you through I think a presentation from 20 minutes. Feel free to break in and ask questions or maybe do some comments. At least at the end, I will do a Q&A, and I will try to do it within 20 minutes. All right, I'll share my PowerPoint, and let's see. I share it with you. It's mind mapping with MindMap AI, and I picked something with what you can do with MindMap AI in particular, because there are many software where you can mind map with, but smarter decision making. That's very handy to have AI with it. And I was not familiar with MindMap AI, and I did it, and I thought, oh, this is something what I can share with you in a webinar. I had the webinar, and I tried to prepare myself, so I have the PowerPoint and do this. But I was thinking, oh, maybe I can do it also with MindMap AI to do to have the program. So I had the introduction, the goals, the demonstration of MindMap AI, and a particular goal, decision making in particular. And I thought maybe I can show you a little what I did with combining tools like PowerPoint of bringing in the pictures. All right, and I'm gonna go to MindMap AI. I will do some short introduction of myself later, but I want to go to, hang on, I have to stop my, I have to go to MindMap AI. Yeah, here I have my content of the program. Well, here you can see, if you're familiar with MindMap AI, the co-pilot helps you to do the things. So what I put in, create a mind map about the content of my webinar and use, you can read it, the things what I just mentioned. And it did, but when I did this, I found out it was a mess. This is not what the mind map I wanted. Because now it's not the way, it's not easy being read. So, but then I did this, I did the, now I can do it right click, and now I have the content as I want it, just in order, and then I can put it in my PowerPoint again. So I go back to my PowerPoint, here it is. So I put it was this, and now I have it like this. So for me, it was very helpful that it just is in order now. Well, a little bit about the goals of this webinar. I would like to show you some opportunities of MindMap AI. I just picked one because I think if you're familiar with mind maps, you know that it's like a Swiss knife. You can do 1,000 things. But I just picked decision making with MindMap AI. And what I also did, I did some combinations with PowerPoint and pictures. So you will see it in my webinar. I'm very familiar, and you can say an advanced mind mapper, expert in mind mapping. I do it for years, like on Bigger Plate, where they have the collection of mind maps, all kind of software, but I have more than 160 mind maps. And you can say I'm an advanced mind mapper, but I'm a beginner in MindMap AI. So when I was introduced, I think a few weeks ago in MindMap AI, I was amazed what you can do with it. So this is what I would like to show in this webinar. My background, a little about my background, it's in Dutch. My main language is my mother tongue is Dutch, but I do all kind of things in education. One of the things is that I'm a MindMap trainer, but I'm a coach, I'm a trainer, I'm a restorative coordinator, I'm a process coach. So I do all kind of things in education, in schools, primary schools mainly, and I use a lot the mind maps. And now I think that it's very helpful that MindMap AI comes in my in my profession. It will help me to do my work better, I think. Yeah, and I said decision making with MindMap AI. I go back to my MindMap AI, all projects, and one of my projects was to do decision making. And I have an example, and I did it already in MindMap AI. And the question was, if I go back, my first question was, I have received a donation of 101,000 euro. I want to spend it wisely. Give me 8 options to do so. So, and well, MindMap AI helped me to do, and you can see it here on top, that it gives me several options. But if I redo it, then it changes all the time. MindMap AI is smart. So yeah, then I get a new mind map. In my PowerPoint, I had the first one. This is already a second one, but you see what happens. In the beginning, it had 3 or 4 main branches, and I wanted to have it 8. So I asked for 8 main branches, and it has already done this. And but it was business-like, and I didn't want to have the 100,000 euro for my business. I wanted for my personal life. So I asked, make it not business-wise, but more for my personal life. And then it came up with the things what you can read in MindMap AI. And it helped me to do more. If I go back to the mind map, you can see the first one, and you can see that it was not complete from my point of view. So if I go back to my mind map, and then you see the first one. Here you see what MindMap AI told me what I can do with 100,000 donation. And why for me was MindMap AI better than I do it by myself, making a mind map. It came up with ideas I didn't think of. So for me, MindMap AI is my giant, and I can stand on its shoulders. So I had to have this, but I was missing things. So I saw this, and by hand I added this because I wanted to do some traveling. But when I added as a main branch traveling, I asked also for some options, and MindMap AI came with other options. So instead of making my own mind map, MindMap AI did it for me, and now I have many more options. So for decision making, I have more decisions to choose from. So what you see in the left corner is the traveling, and well, maybe I would spend 100,000 euros a little bit for traveling, but I have many more options. Maybe I can split the money and make more choices. But then again, how do I choose? Because still I have not decided yet. And maybe I go first back to the chat and see if there are any questions so far. Because in the chat you can ask questions, and I haven't read those remarks. Let me see. You can see. Can you show how AI-powered mind maps could help in making a simple personal decision? From Christina George. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, maybe at the end I will ask you where you want a simple decision. But I first finish this, and then maybe I come back to a question or an example from you. Is that fine for you? hope. Otherwise, you can put in. Okay, I see. I see. Thumbs up. All right. So now I have the donation from 100,000. I have many options, but still I must choose. Let's go back to my MindMap AI, and I have already asked to make a choice. How can I make a choice? By using the 6 heads of Eduard de Bono. Eduard de Bono is a lateral thinker, and he has a method, and the method is use the 6 thinking heads by making decisions or solving problems. There are 6 heads, and it's explained here. MindMap AI found out for me what it means. And so the white hat is more for the facts, neutral and objective. The black hat, critical judgment, so the dark parts, the negative parts, maybe from a certain choice. The green hat is creative. Maybe if I change a little bit, I get new ideas. Red hat is the feelings. What do you feel? What are the emotions for a certain decision? The yellow hat is what are the benefits? What is the good things from that decision? And the blue hat is more the helicopter view, the control and the organization. How do I organize a certain decision? Well, this is what MindMap AI came up with, but I would like to have the heads and a little bit more visual. And I think soon, when MindMap AI will be developed more and more, then also the pictures are easily to put in. But I brought it into into the PowerPoint. So I go back to the PowerPoint again, and let me see here. And here you can see that this is what I had in MindMap AI. I made a picture, PNG, or how do you pronounce it? I don't know exactly, or a JPEG, and then you can easily copy and paste it into PowerPoint. But I asked for some suggestions, so I said, well, have some pictures like the heads. I like to have the visual things. And then I asked also to go to the source, Eduard de Bono, lateral thinking. This method can help you to make a choice by thinking from one head and then they'll go to the other. And then you can easily make choices as a person or as a group or as a company. And the good thing is that you only think from out of one head, and it makes you a very much more creative and wiser, you can say. So I think that's very helpful. Yeah, I think I can do what I'm about to go to finish this, but I would like to do maybe an example with one of your questions. So Christina or some of the others, maybe you have a difficult topic and you want to have a decision, and maybe we can ask MindMap AI to help us with the decision. Is there anyone in the chat who would like to give me an example, and maybe we can try to find out what it is? Deciding on a new course to study. All right, that's one. Thank you, Christina. I can try to put it in, but maybe more topics coming up. All right, let's ask MindMap AI to decide for a new study. Okay, so I create new. I want to do a new study. Can you give me some good courses to do a study? Christina, is there anything in particular what you would like to study, or some subjects or profession, or let me see, can I see your chat? Planning a farm trip, maybe? Well, let's see what it comes up. It's asking for more information. What subject? Computer or work related? Let's see, office work. Again, it asks me for more specific software, administration tasks, communication and collaboration. Let's make it a role, office manager. And let's see. Still ask me questions. Let me see. Human resources. And of course, the questions help me, but also helps training and development. A lot of questions. Let me see. Learning style, in-person workshop. That's doing something. Well, you can see now that it has workshop budget, workshop length. You can see now that there are certain suggestions. And I think with the 6 heads, you can also try to find out what is the best for you. I think it's a very open question. And if it's very open, it's of course very hard to answer. But what I like now, and I discover it right now, is that it helps me to be more specific, and that I get an answer if I'm more specific. All right. And there was another question, but maybe for now it's too much. Let me see if can I see the chat. Planning a farm trip, maybe. I think now it's easy to find out. Like I said, it's just put in a message as if you are talking to a person, and the person is asking more questions. If it needs more details, it will ask. And then otherwise, you can start with the mind map, and you can add branches. So yeah, that's I think about it for now. Let me see. I stop the sharing. Is there anyone else who has a question or? Oh, thank you, Christina. Great demo, though. You were saying. For me, it was a bit trying to find out what it would do. For me, it's also discovering. Like I said, I am a beginner in MindMap AI, but even as a beginner, it's so easy to find your way. It will help you with AI. And I think the AI is really something extra. I like to think for myself, but compared with MindMap AI, you can do so much more. Do mind maps work better for personal decisions or business decisions? I wouldn't think so, but it's something to find out. I think it's an objective extra person who asks you or helps you to make decisions. For me, it's like I said, working on the shoulders of a giant. Hey, the MindMap AI is my giant, and I can work on the shoulders of that giant. Yeah, I think that's about it, and I would really love to hear some remarks or questions. What's the difference between using a mind map and just making a pros and cons list? I think a mind map is organic, and if you make a lists, that's linear, and a mind map is organic. And the advantage of mind maps is that you can choose one branch and then focus on the branch, and again, a new mind map will occur. And if you think, oh, this is a dead end, you just stop here and you pick one of the others. So I think you're much more creative, much more a broader perspective, a broader view on the matter. So I think it's a much easier, at least for me, to think. Yeah. Thank you, Nivia, for that question, because that's the way it works for me. Any other questions or remarks? Or like I said, I'm a beginner. Maybe Sophia will invite me again when I'm a more advanced MindMap AI user. And I see a question from Vinod Lambert. How does AI actually make mind maps more helpful when we're trying to make decisions? And it's like I said, when I receive or get 100,000 euros donated, I can think for myself what the options are. But many options mentioned by MindMap AI didn't come to my mind. So that's what I like. I can maybe better first think for myself, what will I do with 100,000 euros if I get it donated? Then ask MindMap AI and add mine to it. I think I double my options with MindMap AI. And MindMap makes me creative and think wide, and the brainstorming goes very well. But MindMap AI gives it a boost. So I'm much more creative, many more options. And I think with a tool like the 6 heads added to the MindMap AI mind map, it's easier for me to make wise decisions. And not only pros and contra, but also creative. The helicopter view, the feelings are also very important. If you want to go on a trip for traveling, I think your feelings are also important. And that the creative part, the green hat, is also, it's not only pro and contra, but if I'm creative, what's then possible? So try to be creative. If I have no money, would I be able to travel, for example? So I think pros and contras, that's not enough. There's so much more into it. And then you can also use things like Stephen Covey says, the quadrant about urgent and necessary. I don't know exactly again. But then you have also, you can try to find out what is urgent and what is very important, or less important but urgent, or very urgent but not important. All right. Can mind maps help when there are too many options to choose from? I think it can, yeah. If there are too many options to choose from, for me, mind mapping is giving structure to my mind. If I have too many options, like for example, not 5 options, but 50, then I can put it in one piece of paper, and I can easily select. Or like the detectives in the movies, they use the mind map to solve a dead case. And in a dead case, there's so much data and information, it's impossible to find a structure or to recognize things. But with mind mapping, you can order all data and, of course, also your thinking. All right. I hope you had some good ideas. I can really advise you to just try and do so if you're experienced or not experienced. I think it's very easy to find your way in MindMap AI, and I'm sure I will try to discover more. Thank you, everybody. I have in my mind map, maybe at the end, I can share the things about me. Yeah, here you have my details. If you want to find me, I'm in the Netherlands, Holland. I live in the place Horen. That's my telephone number. The country code is 31. And I have 2 email addresses, or my website from my company, or a blog where I unfortunately in Dutch, but maybe you can find some inspiration. Thank you for watching, and maybe we meet again.